Yeah. When I used to have my own company, I'm sounding like I don't have my own company now, but it was funny. Yeah, in the office, it was more like managing the or herding the chickens and the cats. The real work got done afterwards, after everybody left from like 6 to 10. And then I would get home, grab something to eat, veg out for about an hour, and then I do from 11 to midnight, 1 o'clock until my eyes go. And then I would.
So this is a great topic because I needed an intervention, so I literally named it Help with Hearts. And I started putting things, and then it got its own shelf because the file folder got full. Um, you know, these things clutter our brains, don't they?
Mhm.
And they're like little mooring lines on your shoulders, like, I got to get this done and I got to get that done. But this isn't equal priority to really what I need to do today, is it?
Mm-mm.
And yet it just
Nope.
kind of weighs on you, right? And you know, that's what I was talking to my coach about. I'm like, it's weighing on me. I'm waking up like, oh my God, I got to remember to do this. And he's like, what would happen if you didn't do that? I'm like, well, nothing major, but I'm allowing it to distract me when I'm sleeping. Like, seriously, come on. And I was thinking last night, I woke up in the middle of the night, wrote mega camp. I'm not sure why, because I was sleeping, but apparently I need to promo mega camp better today. So I'm
Uh,
going to, but you
It
know,
was because I was thinking of mega camp too last
yeah,
night.
yeah,
That's what it
yeah.
was.
And so, you know, I was talking about this to my coach, and I think this is a good conversation for us to think about, because what are all those little things, kind of ticky tack things, kind of weighing you down? And if you, I don't know, are you guys list people like me? Who's a list person? Well, I got the list of the list with the post-it notes on top. And I've been dragging this around. Oh my God, Michelle, you're as bad as me. And I've been dragging this around, and my coach goes, throw that away. And I'm like, no, oh my God, Scott Hood, you're even maybe worse. We need an intervention, guys. No, but my coach said, Jessica, throw that away. And I'm like, I can't throw this away. And he goes, no, throw it away. And I still haven't thrown it away. He's like, you're not going to do those things. These are from 3 weeks ago and 4 weeks ago. This is gone. He's like, this doesn't matter. I'm like, yeah, but it does. And so we had a great conversation around it, because, you know, there's certain things we're really good at, and then certain things that are kind of like life suck. You know, like this, yeah, it should get done. And in a perfect world, all these little things would get done. But me carrying this little paper around reminding me that I didn't get it done yet is not helping me.
But doesn't it feel so good when you draw that line through it?
Yes. But you know what I
Mhm.
find myself doing?
Mhm.
Writing things I already did so I can give myself credit. Anyone else do that?
Yeah,
I've done
but
that
I got a
when
little
I've
different.
forgotten that I did it, write it
Uh,
on a list, and then, oh yeah.
I did do it. What did you say, Scott?
Yeah, I've got a little different view of the list. Is that by having a list, I can look at it and I have a feeling everything's under control because I can look at the list. The musts were done. Maybe the ones didn't get done, but it's under control. And if I have a list, that's my control.
That's actually a good way to think about it, because maybe this is my reality that I'm out of control.
And and I would
Jessica,
do it.
I have definitely added to the list just to, like you said, you did it and it wasn't on the list, so you write it down. So it's like, I did get those done.
But I think Scott's onto something here. So it's that sense of control, maybe a little bit of accomplishment because you can cross it off, or progress, right? But maybe that's what it is for me, Scott. It's that sense of control, like I got control over all this. And that might be it. But I really can't throw these babies away. And I'm looking at it, and most of the stuff is gone. Like, it's about my mass KPA day. Well, we already had that, so I'm not going to do anything about that, right? And so
Let me
he's like,
jump in
throw
on
it away, throw it away. And I'm like, I can't.
Let me jump in on that if I may. I update my list every Sunday night for the following week. So it's a new
Yeah.
list every week where the things that are already accomplished are no longer on the list. New things are on the list. And then I look at that each morning and make up my daily list from my weekly list.
I'm with you, man. And I actually, what I did today, so this is, my coach is like, okay, you all have a certain bandwidth. And he was giving me kind of crap, basically. He's like, Jessica, you accomplish a lot. And what you're focusing on really isn't accomplishment, it's tasks. And so I thought this was a great topic for us to talk about, because Kevin and I met last night and we were talking about these expanded services, like what would that look like, and who would be a great person to maybe be running all that for our agents, because you still need a front person in the office to, you know, take your work order, in essence, if you called it marketing or listing management or whatever. And we talked through like what that would be. And the aha that Kevin and I had is kind of funny. We had the aha that like, we need this person. Like, we need this person. And I was thinking of you, Juan. I was thinking of all of us actually, about how these little things, first of all, are time vampires because they steal our energy, because you're thinking like, oh, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. And they're disruptors to our lives, because if I don't get one flyer out to you guys about one thing, is it the end of the world? No. But if I lost sleep over it, is that stupidity? Yeah. And I think some of us are there. And I think, you know, with the fatigue of COVID and this new lifestyle that we're in, I think it's kind of amplifying. And so I just wanted you guys to know that Kevin and I are probably most excited about our blended services for us. Because we're like, oh my gosh, this person could do our flyers too. You know, and it's kind of like a stupid aha, you know, if you think about it. But it really took us talking. He's like, you know what else they could do? And we were like, Christmas, just talking about it. Like, they could do this for us, they could do that for us. And what it made me realize is having a person that could do those things that I intend to do, right? But do it at the level that I wished I was. Just think of how good I'm going to feel when I let that go. And so an example is, and I'm going to share a few things. We have some really big classes, opportunities, you know, engagements to put in front of you guys. And to be honest with you, we're doing kind of a crummy job about it, because you guys are over emailed and over, you know, sent too much stuff, right? Way too much. And so, you know, communication to you, you're my database, just like you have your database. If I just crank up the volume and shout louder, that's not effective communication, is it? No. In fact, that like works against us, doesn't it? And yet, in my perfect world, when I have something as great as Jackie Ellis coming to our market center in the beginning of next month to teach agent financials, which is a class many of you on the screen need to take, so you understand your profit and how you should be spending money and all that good stuff, and how to have a 40 to 60% profit margin. That's a really big class. And we even convinced her to drive up so she could be in human form for many of you, because you need it. This is a really big class. This is for those of you that need to really put the business in your business. This is a critical one. And she's the best. And I haven't even promoted it yet. So, you know, here I'm stressing on myself about that, because I want you guys to know about it. And yet in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I need to do a save the date for you guys, and I need to do a Facebook event, and I need to do a slide broadcast call to certain ones of you that really, really need to know about this. And maybe same thing with a text with a registration link, you know. So just like if you were going to have a really important event and you have this intention, you probably fall to your knees like I do. Right? So Donna, are you clicking your pen or are you speaking up? It's like crickets chirping to all of you guys all of a sudden when I said that.
No, it's just, you know, it hits you like a ton of bricks because you realize it's true.
It's true for all of us, you know? It's
what
true
I
for
thought
all of
about
us.
was Smart Plan. Like, every single event has some very common denominators, and it's
Kristen, you're reading my mind. See, you're hired. That's in my help file. Because if I would just slow down for a minute, right? And it's so logical to talk about this, right? But we're all preaching to the choir to ourselves, right? If I would just slow down and make one smart plan that I could use over and over for the 3 really critical things we have every month for those of you listening, and you only heard about those 3, and you know there's a whole bunch of other stuff too, it would have been effective, right?
Yeah.
But it's really about slowing down to speed up. And you know what? Sometimes you just need to ask for help. So yes, Kristen, we're going to make a date. It's going to be next week because this week's already booked up. And yet I have asked for help. It's the first step. I need help.
Yeah.
So, and at the same sense, when Kevin and I were dreaming up this blended model where we have all these additional services and these people that can do whatever you need on the spot, I was like, oh my gosh, this solves all of my challenges too. Because the truth is, even when I slow down to do the SMART plan with Kristen, and I promise I will, I still need someone to do it for me, right? I still need someone to make the fancy flyer. I could do it, but why would I? So here's what I'm going to challenge you guys to start doing, because I need your data. I need your ideas. I want you to take a Post-it note and put it next to you. And I want you to put your dollar per hour value as a realtor, not as an admin for yourself, but as a realtor. What is your dollar per hour when you're really in the zone? Are you making 150 bucks an hour? Are you making 100 bucks an hour? Or are you making $12 an hour because you're so busy doing the little stuff for yourself, right? But put your value in front of you. And every time, so let's just say it's $50. So you want to say it's 50 bucks. You want to get paid $50 an hour, or I want to make $150 an hour. And if you go to Agent Financials, you can figure this out. So there's a little clue there. But the truth is, I want you to put a Post-it note with that value in front of you. And every time you do a task for the next week that's real estate related or life related, it can be both, and you would have paid someone less than what your worth is to do it, write it down. Because I'm curious what you all come up with, because that is kind of our menu of services. Now, we're not going into this blind when we're doing a blended model, you guys. We're following offices that are already, they're 4 or 5 steps ahead of us. So I'm focusing on the ones that are smart, like who's doing it best, with like 1-day turn times for marketing and all that. So we're gathering information, but I want you guys to think about this, because we're no different. You know, what I do and what you do is the same. And what our challenges are, aren't they the same? They really are. And I feel that our next chapter as an office together is really going to be beautiful, because we can get paid for what we're worth. We can be in our sweet spot where we shine. And those things that need to get done can still get done. So you can provide VIP excellent service to everyone without killing yourself or waking up at 1 in the morning and writing mega camp on a piece of paper, because that's silly. And I know it is. I know it's silly, but I'm guessing we're all at the same spot. So if you guys wouldn't mind, do that. Play along with me on that, because I'm curious what pops up. Now, I think it's personal life as well. You know, if you can leverage grocery shopping, like I love the Shipt app. That is a miracle, I got to tell you. Because all week when we run out of stuff, I just go on my phone and hit the Shipt app. Remember, we need peanut butter or we need toilet paper or whatever. And when we're ready, I just hit go, and magically in about 2.5 hours, someone shows up at my door with my stuff. That is beautiful, because you think about how much time I just saved doing that. That's like 3 hours. Mm-hmm. And then I actually have the cleanest fridge in town, because now when they're shopping for me, I clean up my fridge, I get my fake Clorox wipes out and clean that baby. And boy, was it nasty. It needed it to be done. So just think about that, because, you know, as you know, my coach points out the obvious to me. Sometimes I need to look in the mirror and say, that's all of us. That's all of us right now. And not everything's equal. And yet I get it. And yet this is the kind of garbage that just weighs on us. So what thoughts do you guys have on that? Like needing help or running into, you know, the minutia of the business? What comes to mind, guys? Am I the only one that needs help?
No, you're not. I know, it's like what's going through my head right now is like, okay, you've been through this. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and for some reason you're wearing the t-shirt again.
That's funny. You know, the thing is it's we're all such doers. And what I've discovered is this COVID has made me more of one, to a fault, even, because if I had been at the office every day, Michelle would have been there, Tana would be there, Jen would be there, Kevin would be there, and there's nobody around me. So I'm just doing everything. I brought on things that I'm doing that Margaret could tell you, that we would just say, hey, Michelle, we need this done. And she would have done it, and she's happy to do it. But now I can justify doing it because it takes me more energy to call her, tell her what I need done, shoot it in an email, and have her do it. I just could have done it. So what did I just do? I just sabotaged myself, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
You know, think about that. And yet at the same time, you know, some of you might not be, like, let's just be totally transparent. Some of you may not be in a spot financially where, yeah, Jess, I can't afford someone to go make my flyer for, you know, and my marketing for $50. I got to do it. Well, there's opportunity for you there as well. Because, you know, if we just, I'm going to pick on Juan, because Juan, we brought this up last week. If someone newer to the business that hasn't really kept in momentum yet could sit next to you and learn and observe and hear you while they do some tasks for you for a reasonable expense or trade of expense, would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
And what a great opportunity for someone trying to find their way and build their confidence, right?
Hey, Jess, I don't know if everybody can see my desk, but I just wanted to kind of give you a view of my desk. Are you seeing it?
Yeah, we're seeing it.
I mean, hello. This is actually pretty clean. And so, I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm going to be buried in this stuff. And I do have leverage. And my leverage is focused on doing more things centered around the most important things. So these things are important, but they're not the most important things, and they're piling up. So what I have done, effective immediately, and it ties into what we were just saying, there's a new agent that I know. She actually hasn't even taken her test yet, and she has an admin background, and I've asked her to come in and shadow me and be my my assistant, my runner, my Girl Friday, and so I can dig out from under this until she takes her tests and, you know, figure out what she wants to do now. But yes, I think it's going to be a win-win. She's excited about coming in and hanging out in a real estate office, and I'm excited about having somebody read through all this paperwork and stuff. So,
you know, I gotta
help me with my filing.
No, and then there's so much truth in that. When I got started, I was so young, and they treated me kind of like just the office girl because I had been. But I for free would have done anything for any of those top agents just to hang with them and learn and hear them talk about deals and talk to a client and interact, because that was my, I mean, we had a Remax office, so there wasn't training. There was not even a book on training. There was not even a conference room big enough to train. There was no training. You just had to figure it out. And so it was school of hard knocks, right? And golly, I just was like, I'll do it. I'll do it, you know, I'll do anything, you know, and I did it for free because I thought, what a great opportunity. And so, yeah, there's plenty of people that would just love the opportunity for exposure, even to see how you put a file together, you know, like, okay, what's all in there? That's all that experiential experience that gives a lot of confidence to people. And I bet if we would post like, hey, I'm a top agent, and I'm willing to take someone under my wing for 3 weeks, and in trade, I'm going to ask that you do X, Y, and Z for free. Mm-hmm. People would be like, I'll do it, you know. So just don't underestimate the value, Judy, that you're giving that person by just asking for help.
This is the exact same. And it's a win-win.
Yeah, win-win. Margaret?
Judy, you're so right. And this is the exact same conversation I was having with an agent from the office earlier in the week, who was kind of saying, you know, at the point where don't know what to do next, feels bogged down with all of that 80% stuff and doesn't have a plan for how to get out from under it, and was kind of thinking, yeah, gosh, if this is what the business is, I'm not sure if it's for me. Well, no, the business is the 20% stuff that you love, not the 80% stuff. So it's just then, you know, let's look at the models and the systems and the tools and help you move through that. Mm-hmm. And using and supporting and working with the other agents in the office is a great way to get that started for everybody, because it's such a win-win, Judy. You're so right.
Yeah.
Just from a, I'll call it market center level standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
this is what we're talking about would be an awesome onboarding tool for new agents if we paired them up with performing agents and maybe even at different levels. Now I'm getting all crazy.
Well, no, but like
So
even that you're kind of planning, you're kind of articulating our new productivity coaching model, where we will provide an ISA that's nurturing leads to give to our new people. I mean, we're going to the moon, guys.
right.
And that's just one of the models. And then you've got the service model for a la carte services. But as long as you've got turn times that are quick enough for marketing and it's affordable, it works. And we're not looking to make money on this. We're looking to make you guys happy and keep more money in your pockets. But that doesn't mean, Juan, that we couldn't farm talent from that. Or what if, for those of you that needed an assistant, a full-blown person, you're busy enough now, you need your whole human. What if we trained them for you through that model?
No, I mean, that would be awesome. And also, new agents come in, they don't know what to do, where to go. And if they can just be assigned to somebody, quote unquote, and say, okay, let's talk about, and you're mentoring basically them.
Well, that's basically what PC coaching looks like, just so you know.
Mhm.
And yet we have we're doing like a pooling system so people can choose who they want and not be like, you are with this person, just because people need chemistry and for one deal I may want you, and the next deal I might want to learn from Margaret, and so we pretty much have that set up already. So it's pretty awesome that we have that, and yet we still have some new people that fight engaging that. I'm like, I don't get it, but they obviously haven't learned enough yet. They need to hit the ground, hit their knees a little before they realize how lucky they are. And yet this is what I'm talking about. So think about what might be weighing you down, because we want to resolve that for you. And it was just, I think it's funny that sometimes we lose perspective, because I certainly did. When Kevin and I are talking about this, I'm like, oh my God, this would be awesome for me. Like, yes, I need this person. Our office needs this person, and our team didn't even think of ourselves. We thought of you guys. And I'm thinking about this. I'm like, okay, this is pretty awesome. I can't wait for this person to be in our office, because I have a stack for them of things that we need to do. And the neat part about it is, we all have great intentions with everything that we do. I don't doubt that. Yet, you guys don't want another freaking email from the front desk about another event that's going on, and yet not everybody needs to take agent financials. If we're talking about this new guy that just got started, that doesn't even know how to maybe write a contract, agent financials is not the class. But Juan, you need to be in agent financials, and Scott and Donna and several of you on this call, if you haven't taken agent financials, you definitely want to, because that's profit. You can max out, you can double your profit by just looking at your numbers and being like, oh, wow. And, and Judy, you've taken that class more than once.
Yeah, I wanted to make a testimonial. I think I've taken it every single time it comes. I love that class, because even though I've been doing this a while and I have a P&L and I run my business like a business for the most part, but I always get a lot of meat from that. I really feel that it's one of the very best classes that we have actually for running your business. It's just nuts and bolts.
Well, and we've got Jackie Ellis coming. So I'm going to be putting it out today with my marketing. But here's the details. It's September 8th. And it's going to be in the Market Center or by Zoom. It's first come, first serve if you'd like to be in person. And I would want to be in person with Jackie. Jackie is fantastic. And for those of you that are relational, she gives nuggets the whole time on what she does to get leads from her business. And she has a yellow door club. So when you buy a house or sell a house with her, you are given a membership. It's like a Sam's Club membership to use her pressure washer, her industrial size tent for when you have a party. And she's got it's like a membership that you become part of. It's like a tribe. And she has these cool things like paper shredding day and watermelon day, delivery day, and pie day. And so she does all kinds of cool things with her business. So for those of you that like that style, and you find that resonates with you, she also gives you nuggets like every 10 minutes of cool ideas for your business. So when you say agent financials, you're like, oh, poke your eyeballs out. You know, that's what I do. It's actually one of the coolest classes we have. So, you know, don't let the name fool you. It's really the profit of your business and running your business like a business. And I have about 10 extra tickets. So if you have a friend in the biz that you want to invite as a guest, either by Zoom or in person, reach out to me and I'll give you an extra ticket. So I'll be promoting that. And we got Mega Camp kind of dialed in, and our culture club has got some fun ideas to do a dinner and a happy hour. We're just seeing what places are going to be available. We're calling the, what is it called? The Fenway. We're going to see if the Fenway, the rooftop of Fenway might be available. That would be really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen it. They just redid the Fenway and it's like really hot. So we're going to see if that's available, because then we could all be together. And it's open air and it's rooftop. And then we're looking at a couple places for like a happy hour too. And know that the event is, it starts around 9:30, 10-ish every day with a huddle. So if you guys were all doing Mega Camp, you'd be in different huddles, because they're connecting with you, with people all over the country, all over the globe, because that's part we're missing, not going to Austin together. So they've put some really cool experiences together. So as soon as you register, you're going to get some information, and then about a week before the event, the whole platform will be released to you, and you're going to set up your own profile, and the AI is going to match you to like people. Like, what do you like to do for lead gen? What's about the size of your business? What are your goals? You know, kind of like a little MO about you. And then the AI brings you together with all kinds of people, so you can build referral networks and get a lot of business after this, because that is one part we're going to miss out on. Now, we're not missing out on the good food because Culture Club's on it. So we're going to plan some fun things. And Donna, we think you should bring your RV and we should all sleep over. Sleeping back. Can you imagine Nikki looking out the back window and there's an RV in the back and all of us piling out? She'd be like,
oh man.
I don't think she'd be proud.
We'll be camping.
We're definitely bringing the RV. We're just trying to figure out where we're going to stay.
Well, maybe, and I was just thinking, maybe we do need to get hotel rooms and really pretend we're like in Austin.
Yeah.
Be fun.
That or big tents, and we'll all be camping out in the back.
Right?
I have a 5-bedroom house. It's right across the street from the office. I can take a couple people.
There we go, Barb.
Oh,
You're the VRBO. VRBO. Yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun energy around that. So even if you're not going to do the whole event, it's like $100. Now it's cheaper because Tana just bought a package. So if you haven't bought your ticket yet, reach out to Tana. We'll get you in the package. I think it's only $10 cheaper, but it's still $10. And you know, Tana can help you get registered. Actually, front desk can, because Tana's preparing for transmittal, so I shouldn't volunteer here. And yeah, that's a great opportunity for you guys to get your mojo back. If you're like, okay, I'm doing the morning mojo and I'm still needing more mojo, that is like the ultimate boost in the arm. And I cannot wait for Mega Camp. So so keep that in mind. So Jackie Ellis. Now, one last thing worth mentioning, and I know I'm at 9, but since I have your attention, I'm just going to bring it up. You guys know that our offices are growing like wildfire. And it's because we've got a great office and we've got great agents. Yet, Nikki is, and I'm looking for the slide. Where the heck is it? I'll send it out. I'll be posting it. We have Aaron Kaufman coming. Now, it's going to be by Zoom. But Aaron Kaufman is one of the top individual profit share earners that treat it like a job in the company. You know, he's not like Linda McKissick and Gary and Nikki Baldini doing like $1 million in profit share, but he has like a $60,000 or $75,000 a year profit stream. And he shares like the simplest little things that you can do during a transaction to make a better connection after the deal to me, so that I can potentially start a relationship with them for you to close them if they want to come to KW. And I got to tell you, and I know Margaret's on and a couple other people from recruiting team, I am not lead generating. I'm lead receiving. It's like a tsunami coming at us. And about half the agents we're hiring are experienced and half are getting in the business. So it's a mixture, but it's a lot of people that are joining our company. And Keller Williams is slated to potentially double in the next year because we have indie roll-ins, all kinds of different things happening. And so we want you to take advantage of this opportunity because I feel like right now is the greatest opportunity for profit share that you'll have in recent times because all the change going on. So, so Nikki has given us the ability to give you a ticket to Mega Camp if you're going. So you got to be going, but if you're going, you can have as many guests come and we'll pay for their tickets. And if you actually get a guest to come, she's also taking a month of your bill off, and then another month off your bill, and another month off your bill. So there'll be some marketing coming out. I have no idea how we're going to coordinate all this. Tana's going to kill us because we got to keep track of all this. Yet if you want to go big on this and invite a ton of people to go to Mega Camp, they can do it from home if they're not comfortable coming into the office and hanging with us. And if they want to do the whole kit and caboodle and do dinner and everything with us, they're welcome to do all. But yet, if they just watch the one segment with Gary Keller, that is the first day. I think it's like at 11 o'clock. It goes, I think, 11 to 12:30. If they were to watch that 1.5 hour session, their minds would be blown because they don't know about any of this going on. No one's telling them about Zorro, Zillow, Opendoor, Redfin, Realtor.com now is really going after you guys, and OfferPad. They don't know anything about that, and they're clueless. And so when they get that education from Gary Keller, they're going to look at Keller Williams and be like, wow, this is the real deal. So anyone want to take me up on that, reach out to me individually because I'll hook you up. But first get registered for Mega Camp. So I'll get all that out. Sorry I went a few minutes late. But remember, we're here for each other. And if you need help, you got to ask for it. Can't read your mind, but we can help you. Just got to ask.
We reach out to you. You want us to just send you an email and say we're interested?
I'll just call you, Donna.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just call me or text me. You can
Definitely
email me
interested.
too, but if you want to call or text me about who, I can get them dialed in right away.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk today.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jess,
I'm talking with you later. Go ahead.
stupid question, but what's the best way to get a hold of you? I know your emails get lost.
Oh my God, a death by email. Just call me. Just call the front
Call you.
desk and Michelle.
And leave a message?
Yeah, leave
Okay.
a message or a text and I'll call
All
you
right.
back. If I'm with someone,
Okay, perfect.
it'll go to voicemail and I'll just call you back.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Telefono. Okay, see you guys. Have a great rest of your day.